So last video, I showed you guys how to use image planes, and now I'm going to show you how to use soft selection and symmetry selection to help you guys model a little bit quicker. And then I'll show you how to mirror geometry as well, because sometimes that can be pretty helpful. So let me adjust this. Okay. So let's say you're trying to model the head with a sphere. So you would, let's say, make this the general shape of the head. But if you wanted it to be exact from this view and your front view, let's do front view, a little bit of adjustment this way. First, I'm going to show you what is called symmetry selection. So if you go here to, it would be the Move tool. If you double click on it, you can go down to here where it says Symmetry Settings, go down here, and then, so let's say I'm going to be adjusting from here to here, which is what I'm going to be doing in the front view. I would say the x-axis is what I'm going to be adjusting along, and you can check it down here. It says x going this way and this way. Meaning, if I grab something over here, I'd also want it to grab it on this side. So what I would do is, right here where it says Symmetry, I would change this to Object X, and now whenever I go into Vertex, Face, or Edge mode, I can click right here, and it'll also, as you can see, click over here as well, and then it allows you to work on both sides at once, which is really cool. What you can also do, and which helps me a lot, is you can go into soft selection and turn this on. And what this does is it allows your selection of whatever point, face, or edge that you select to then be changing the values of the points around it as well. So you can adjust this. Let's say you wanted to, this is his like jaw, cheek area, and you wanted it to be pulled out a little bit further. But 2 grabs all the points all the way up to here, which is not what you want. So you would say maybe 1 somewhere in the middle, and you would bring this out to get that shape. And let's say you wanted this to be a little bit taller this way. You can go into wireframe to see through the object by hitting 4, and you can adjust it even further from there. Say you grab this guy, pull it in a little bit, this guy, pull it in a little bit, this guy out, and then to get back to shaded mode, you just hit 5, and it becomes more of the shape that you want it to. And then we can go back into this view and kind of do the same thing. Let's check wireframe. This guy, maybe change this to 1.5 so it can affect more stuff. Bring this in, take here, maybe go back to 1. Pull this out. Pull this out. Pull this down. Out. And now, when you check it in 3D, the face should look good from the front, which it does, and the side. Which you can see here, face looks good, face looks good, and then you could go on to make the rest of the duck. So those were the two. And then mirroring, yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so I had showed you some of you guys in a video before when I was doing the eyes for the dinosaur project. But let's say you were working on this side. Turn off soft selection and symmetry. To turn these off, it's just this little checkbox right here. And then for symmetry, you just go to off. Let's say you had, let's say the left side was exactly how you wanted it to be, but then the right side was all messed up. Which you wanted it to be exactly the same on both sides. what you could do is, what I do is I go into face mode, and then I go to the front view, and I select the entirety of the right half, which is the half that's not good. And then to make sure I have the whole thing, I go up to make sure, yep, all good, just the whole right half, and I delete it. And then it just leaves me with this left side. So then what you can do to then create the left side that you have be symmetrical to the right side is go up to mesh, mesh, mirror, and hit the options box here. So what this is going to do is it creates the same geometry that you have, but it's going to mirror it over any point that you want it to go over. So for this instance, it's going to go over this axis, but if you wanted it to, like let's say you wanted the axis to be over here, it would mirror it on this side. And I'll show you that afterwards as well. So let's just check here. You want it to combine to be one shape. You want to merge the vertices, yes. The axis that it's going to go over is going to be this axis, which is the x-axis. So let's check the direction. It's going to be going in the positive direction, which is to the right. So this needs to change to a plus. And the mirror axis position, which is the axis that it's going to be mirroring on, is not, I mean, it would be okay to be the world, but we're going to say object, because the object axis is what we're going to be going on. Okay, and then you hit mirror, and it creates the exact same on both sides. Pretty cool. But yeah, let's say you wanted to move your axis for some reason over here and have your geometry be like over here. You could definitely do that. If you hold down the D key, it allows you to move the pivot axis of your object to wherever you want to go. So let's say it's over here, and you go back up to mesh, mirror, options, and you do the same thing. Yeah, you can still combine. You could hit mirror, and it would mirror it over that axis. So it's still combined as one object, but the axis that it went off of is right here, so now there's that space in the middle. So it's however you want to do it, but those are just some tools that might help you speed things up whenever you're working on the duck. But you should be able to make the eyes, the bill, and the tail all from extruding and using the multi-cut tool and just from soft selection. But yeah, hopefully those help you out, and good luck with your projects.